Hey guys, praying everyone is well. Um, I'm glad I when I Google and search some things out, I got a little upset when I got wind of what was happening with the mayor from New York, Mayor Adams. I got wind that the Justice Department went and dropped the charges, the federal charges that they had on him. Well, they didn't have it on him. It wasn't this administration, it was the prior one. And it came out that they said they hadn't taken a look at the evidence. And I'm like, how do you pardon somebody and not look at the evidence? I said, we screamed and kicked and yelled and all that when Biden did what he did with the pardons. And now you're going to do it? Well, it turns out that they dismissed them with prejudice, which means they could look into the case and file charges down the road. So they left it open. And this case, I could imagine that the Trump administration looked at it like a lot of people did, including myself, when the mayor uh, got indicted. It looked bad because he got indicted shortly thereafter. He spoke out against the Biden administration. He came out in front of everybody and said it was the federal government that forced him to accept the immigrants that came. He put it squarely on that he got forced. Shortly thereafter, his name came up, indictment. So, being that Trump is well versed in that whole lawfare thing, he just took it at face value and said they're doing to him like they've done to us. This is all a political matter. So they went and dismissed them, but I guess they figured, let's just make sure that we look into this. Now, why do I believe that he's guilty of what they're claiming that he did? Is because the same thing is happening with the Trump administration. The mayor went up. Okay, the mayor had some cases, right, that were brought up by the state. Okay, so he's facing state charges still. These are federal charges. Don't forget. Okay, the president cannot give somebody a pardon at a state level. Only the governors could do that, not the president. So he still has that over his head. He went, I guess, to the district attorney or something, or maybe even the governor, and said to the governor, I got a deal for you. You drop the charges, and I'll make sure the DOJ from the Trump administration doesn't come in here with ICE and all of that. It's something to that effect. They were like, what you just did was illegal. That's a tip for tat. There's a name for it in Latin. pre-code something. But yeah, and that's where the federal charges come in. But this is what's crazy, and this is what now this one here. This is just from me. Okay, nobody has said something, but by the way it looks like to me, it came out yesterday that Mayor Adams, okay, is giving ICE access to Rikers Island. Apparently, they used to have an office in Rikers Island, and they're going to reopen it. I believe Mayor Adams went up to the Trump administration and said, let's make a deal. I'll give you access to the jail if you drop these charges. That's my opinion. And the Trump administration was like, well, at least we don't have to go and search for these people. So I believe that's what happened. I think the mayor might end up in a bad spot, no matter which way you look at it. Like I said, uh, those state charges, the president can't do nothing about that. So he's on his own about it. As far as the attorneys that quit, there's a young lady, last name Sasson. Those of you that don't remember or just don't know, there was jeans out back in the days by that name. They were pretty expensive too. Yeah, Sasson. I remember they used to do that thing. And in the commercial, now probably somebody might see that and be like, oh, he's a racist. Something about that hand sign and being racist, something crazy like that. Anywho, so with the mayor, like I said, I think he's gonna be done for. But let's wait and see what happens. Anyway, guys, you be safe out there. Take care of yourselves. God bless.